Thanks.
Yeah, that was awesome. Our next guest just downgraded Netflix to neutral on this blockbuster deal, assuming they get it. He warns it could put the company in an extended period of uncertainty and risks and question its intentions to use Warner Brothers' film and TV library in quote-unquote non-detailed ways. Let's bring in Barton Crockett. He covers internet media at Rosenblatt. You should just, go argue to the DOJ, Barton, and just say, don't worry about it. There is a terrible deal. I mean, what is it that you think doesn't make sense here for Netflix? And clearly the investors have some concerns as well.
Yeah, look, I think that clearly there's some uncertainty about what's going to happen with this deal process. Will Netflix bid more? Will this go on for a couple of years for approval? If there's a court challenge from the Trump administration, that could, add 20 months, which is what we saw with AT&T Time Warner. And what happens to Warner Brothers in that interim, particularly with Netflix, that is somewhat controversial in Hollywood with, I know they're pledging to support theatrical, but they don't have a history of doing that. And I think a lot of people in Hollywood are skeptical. So, what happens to the asset over this period? I think clearly what they've talked about is that they'll get, after synergies in a couple of years, nearly $6 billion of EBITDA, but that's a pretty small percentage of what they're paying. So the return on investment from the financials they've quoted is not really compelling for the risks. So clearly they believe that they can unearth content from HBO and the Warner Brothers studio that is transformative, but they're not detailing that. And within that, you could almost say, well, how much is too much? I mean, if this is the best content goldmine ever, then, maybe the sky's the limit on what you can pay. So what's the upward bound on what they're willing to go to for this transaction? So those are some of the things we're working on.
You agree, in other words, that this is a goldmine of content and that Netflix
I don't agree. I do think that is great content, but I think that Netflix is particularly bullish about it, and that could drive them to spend more, So I don't know what the upper limit is for Netflix on what they're willing to spend to get this.
Right.
So this could be a bidding war that becomes frothy.
So is there a world, I think about what was that Meghan Markle Suits, right? Didn't they put that on air and suddenly everyone watched the show that before it had been somewhat watched, but if they have the power and the reach to take what they view as great assets and give them this scale, then is it possible that they're lowballing the future EBITDA that they might get off of a deal like this? That must be the case, right? They must view that they're going to make a lot more money down the road from this than what they're telling you on paper.
Yeah, they must believe that for sure. Does that necessarily hold water? I'd love to see more kind of fleshing out of that argument. The Netflix already is very strong in scripted content. They're already able to get things that are, basically dust-offs from somebody else's attic and make them big, not just Suits, but also Wednesday and the Addams Family, for MGM. That was, an asset that was not really worth anything, Addams, and now suddenly it's worth something. So, why do they need to buy HBO and Warner Brothers to continue what they've already been successful at? And how much more will that really drive subscribers? They had a tremendous third quarter for content, but we didn't really see it inflect in the financials. So I wonder if scripted television, movies, to a degree, is pushing on a string. Perhaps the investment would be better put into sports or user-generated content. Maybe they should buy TikTok. So I'm just unconvinced by so much of the uncertainty around here that I'm stepping aside.
Do you think, we talk real quickly a lot about the missteps that have been made in the media landscape over the past 20 years. Would this, to you, be the first time that they are making it? Are they being lured in by Hollywood to just at the moment that they're winning the whole industry that they're going to kind of make the wrong move here?
It's certainly possible. You get competitive juices. You have an unclear kind of argument on the return on investment that's very arts and craftsy kind of, who knows? And, that's lured people to the rocky shoals in the past. And it's not impossible that Netflix could go down that road in this situation. So rather than take that risk, we're stepping aside a bit.